Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're carrying on with our House Blackwood playthrough. Now I'm sorry there's not been an episode for a couple of days. This is actually my fourth time recording this episode now because the game keeps crashing for some unknown reason. Once I get about 25 minutes into the video and I'm just starting to round up the episode, the game just completely crashes. So hopefully this time it's not going to do that. Right, so yes, here we are as King Mathis of Blackwood. In the last episode we managed to colonise Oldstones and reinstated the ancient house of House Mud to their ancient seat, just as it should be. One of my favourite houses, as you know, House Mud, so it's awesome to see them back in and around the Riverlands. And as it's what you guys wanted, and it's kind of what I wanted to do as well, we are going to give Lord Christopher of Oldstones the High Lordship of Seaguard once we obtain that. We do have a claim on Gravesome now, the last area of that. We also have a claim on the Twins and the Freylands, and we're currently trying to get our claim on Erinford. So soon we'll be able to press that claim and take everything north of the Blue Fork. We are currently helping the Vances in their war against the Targaryens as they are being invaded. And even though they are Andor and our rivals for the Riverlands, it's better off that they win that war than the Targaryens, as we'll never be able to take any of the Riverlands away from the Targaryen. If they get that much power, it's game over for our plans pretty much. So yes, we joined King John of the Trident in that war, and thankfully we weren't the only ones, as we wouldn't be able to stand up against them on our own. Thankfully the Knights of the Vale, the Lords of the Stormlands and the Reach also joined in, and then so has the Lannisters of the Rock. But they've first got to take down this small Marbrand rebellion, which I don't think will take very long, and we'll also have their aid. We're also helping the Starks against the Iron Islands, but because we have literally no ships, there's no way of us getting any men over there to help out, so we're going to concentrate mainly on the Dragon Lords and try and push them back. We've already killed Aegon the Conqueror, which was a great achievement, thankfully, because he was getting way too ambitious. Here is their main army of Dragonstone down here, 8,700 men, just outside of the Antlers. Your Grace, I ride them half the bank to express the consternation of the actions of your bannerman, Lord Colmust Carlton. They have failed to pay the due interest on a loan, and I urge you to take appropriate action. Signed, Ollo. We'll placate the envoy with smooth words, defending our bannerman. Right, let's march our army down here instead, down to Acon Hall, and we'll lift the siege on that, try and get a bit of war score, and then we can hopefully wait for the Lannisters to march eastwards. Once they take down that very small rebellion, it should not be much trouble for them at all. Keep an eye on this Dragonstone army, which is marching to Darry. There's a huge Vale army here of 7,000, so hopefully they won't go in on a suicide mission and get absolutely slaughtered, but it's the AI, so more than likely they probably are going to do that. Unfortunately, I think the Durandon host, yep, and the Garden host are still over on the islands. Got them fully under control now, which is awesome. Unfortunately, not taking any prisoners, as the Targaryen king is currently in hiding because of our plot to kill him. Thankfully, though, as Aegon is dead, it means Balerion has no rider. Visenya has been banished for helping kill Aegon and also joining the plot to kill the current Targaryen king. So that gets rid of Vhagar. And Rhaenys is dead as well, so Meraxes also doesn't have a rider yet. So there's only baby dragons at the moment, so that works in our favour. If we can win this war before he calls for dragon riders, or before any of those are claimed by his siblings or cousins or whatever, we should hopefully be okay. But we're going to have to strike fast at the Dragonstone army, which is, it's a decent sized army, and they've probably got some decent soldiers and commanders in there as well, especially the likes of Oris Baratheon, so we do need to watch out for that. So yeah, we'll join our host to this Vance host here in Aegon Hill. We'll lift the siege. Hopefully by then the Lannisters will have about won their war. How are they holding up at the minute? Okay, Lord Lannister, King Lannister wants to tame a dragon, apparently. And there we go, Lord Addison of Ashmark accepted King Lauren, the distrustful's peace offer. So the Lannisters will now be marching eastward to aid us. Right, what's the situation here? 16 defenders. Yep, we'll attempt an assault. Should be more than easy enough to sort out that. And then we can march eastward. There we go, we only lost 3 men. We'll wait here for a small while. We'll wait for the Lannisters to march over, and maybe we can join our army to theirs. It looks like this Vance army has joined itself to us, giving us 9,000 men, which is a decent amount of men. Who is leading this army of Lord Gunsa? Right, who is Lord Gunsa? Guessing it's one of your vassals. Lord Gunsa, Lord Gunsa. Gunsa Boggs, Lord of North Cracklaw. Now, you don't have a dragon, do you? No, that's kind of say you shouldn't have a dragon, so he's a claw man. So at least there's no special commanders or anything in control of that. So we could go and attack that armor. It doesn't look like there's any dragons. Right, let's march. No, actually, let's stay here. Let's just wait. Hold our horses. There's no rush. Let's wait for the Lannister reinforcements to march eastwards. While we do that, how is our priest? Yeah, our priest is still in Old Stones. We're trying to convert that back to the Old Gods, which shouldn't be hard, I would think. We've got an Old God Lord there. It's an Old God province, obviously, back in the day, so hopefully it won't take too long to convert that back. Most of the provinces around it are now Old Gods. Okay, 18,000 Lannister men. Here they come. Which way are they going to go? Hopefully they'll march straight onto the Targaryen host. Adam Bracken has had Lives of the High Septons added to their treasury. Our good old rival hates us 100%. That's what I like to see. Blasted Brackens. Okay, let's try not to forward the game too fast in case that's what's been making my game crash. This may be a bit of a shorter episode as well, guys, just to warn you. And if that's the case, it's just because I was scared of it crashing again, so I just wanted to get an episode out. So I think we'll take down the Targaryens and we'll see where we're at for the episode then before pressing our claim. I think we've got a few years to go anyway before we can press our claims on the Vances. I'm pretty sure that we've got till 8021, I believe it was, until our truce expires. It looks like they're going the north route to that Targaryen army, so we'll march away over to Harrenhal as well so that we can help out. Should be able to take down that army relatively easy. And here come another 5,000 Lannister men from the east. Looks like that Vance army is just going to stay in Acorn's Hall for whatever reason. Okay, we'll leave them to it. With the backing of the Lannister army, oh, and a huge Gardner army, a huge Durrandon army. Another huge Vance army down here as well. Hopefully we're going to have enough men to take out that Targaryen host. Do you know what? Yeah, we'll march to Harrenhal. Who are you? Sir Mathis of Marlet Bay. Your Grace, I am deeply hesitant to ask, but the coffers of your loyal subjects are running dry from the upkeep of the levies. You have raised from our lands. Any recompense for the cost of my liege war would be a great comfort. Okay, we'll give you gold, 150. Wow, nearly all our money. Thankfully, we've already colonised Old Stone. We do actually make quite a bit of money, which is surprising. We make a lot more than I thought we would make. We've probably got quite a few city holdings around this area, though, such as in Fairmarket and such, though. And we have now took Seaguard. I bet Seaguard probably has a decent income. Is that army going to march on to the Targaryens? It doesn't look like it, so we'll march on to Darry for now. Keep a safe distance until the Lannister army engages first. Prince Harlan the Unworthy has declared Prince Harlan's claim on the Trident War on King John the Bane. Okay, so the Iron Islands are deciding to get involved as well now. Now, I don't really mind if the Iron Islands win. We can take on the Iron Islands very easily, so that doesn't bother me in the slightest if they win. So we probably won't get involved in that if we can help it. I'd rather have the Vances in control of the Trident, but if the Iron Islands take back control of it... Whoa, where's that Lannister host gone? Okay, they're still there, they're still there. Okay, so we're going to attack the Targaryens together. But yeah, we could easily take land back off the Iron Islands. We don't have to worry about dragons, of course. Right, let's have a look at this army. Please say... Okay, the Lannister host is there, and they're winning, so they haven't got a dragon there. That's good. So when our host arrives... Oh, no, they've managed to defeat us. They must have had a dragon there. They must have a dragon there, because we've just been slaughtered at the last possible moment, because that other Lannister host decided to march elsewhere for some stupid reason. Is that our whole host now absolutely slaughtered? It looks like it may be. Defeat. We lost 15,000 men. So yes, I'm guessing they brought in a dragon. Not good. Your Grace, King Mathis the Trident is under attack from Harrenhal. Of course, we will aid you. So our host has been completely smashed. So we need to call up whatever men we can scavenge from Blackwood lands. Let's have a look. Not a great amount of men by the looks of it. Let's call them back to Blackwood Vale. Okay, so Lord, they must have... I wonder who their dragon riders are. Let's have a look in their court. So they've definitely got one by the looks of it. Who's in the court? They've got two baby dragons. They couldn't have murdered 15,000 men. Two baby dragons. Parkin's only 6 and Volan is 10. He's only got 14. Surely they couldn't have slaughtered that whole army. That's absolutely ridiculous. The dragons aren't that good when you play as Daenerys. So that's a bit of a worry that we just lost so many men, especially the Lannister host that we just lost. That was a huge amount of Lannister men that we just lost. Okay, the Vances are managing to hold off the Iron Island army, which is good, but we could really do without the Ironborn invasion at the moment. Let's forward things along and get our host together. We've lost a Master of Coin. We need a new Lord Treasurer. Do we have anyone very good? Not really, so we'll have to go with you for now. Let's just get you to collect taxes in. Let's let you collect taxes in Seaguard. Let's see what sort of income we get from Seaguard instead. Right, let's get our host together. We've got a fair amount of men here. We'll march down and connect ourselves to that Vance army. That Targaryen army is recovering, unfortunately. I can't believe they managed to pull that back. It looked like a dead cert win. I'm very surprised that that turned on us so badly in the end. We were winning quite heavily, and then all of a sudden they must have called a dragon in. Okay, but they didn't use a dragon that time because the Gardener army has just absolutely crushed it. My liege, I'm pleased to report the success of my mission to Old Stones. The majority of the population have been converted to the old god's faith. Your humble priest, Priest Aemon of Seaguard. Excellent, perfect. Can we move you? You did that quite quickly. Yes, we can. So Old Stones is now of the old gods. Where should we go for next? Let's go for Rushmore and get all the way up the Green Fork changed to the old gods. And unpause. Here we go. Let's get our host together. We're at 81% against the Targaryens now, thanks to that huge victory from the Gardener army. Somehow 8,000 Gardener men managed to win, but nearly 20,000 managed to win before. Whatever. Typical AI. The recent conversion of Old Stones to Old God has caused great unrest in the unfaithful parts of your realm. Both noble and peasant alike feel threatened. They will understand eventually. They hate us for it either way, but hopefully eventually we'll be able to change their minds. Dickon, Robard, let's get Daemon in there as well. He's our best commander. Sir Daemon Snow, Old God Knight, or somehow. Okay, we've got a huge 19,000 men here from the Rock, Trident and Stormlands. We just need to finish off that Targaryen host. Hopefully this huge army... Oh wow, there's another 7,000 from the Vale here. If we can go and get ourselves into part of this loop down here, let's do so. We'll let those 141 men make their way down. Oh, okay. Looks like they're now on the march, so we'll follow them eastward and hopefully take down the Targaryens. Do we still have Dragonstone under siege? Yes, we do. Still a huge Durandon and Vale army there doing their job, which is perfect. So we'll just get our men together. Hopefully he'll get that Erenford claim soon. Then again, we've got 3 years before we can press that. So, but then again, if he can get that claim, we can try and get the High Lordship of the Twins, or we could also maybe start trying to get claims on some of the other Riverland areas, such as Riverrun and Turnbridge, and get the Riverrun lordship under us. I've just noticed that Brandstone has been taken by the Rock as well. I'm sure that's normally an area of... Okay, so the game crashed yet again a 5th time, and then a 6th time, so I've got no idea what the hell is going on. I do really apologise, but I've managed to forward ahead, and then I've tried forwarding ahead even further, and I think it seems to be fairly stable now, but I've had to forward a year to do so. In that time, we did manage to push back the Targaryens, and the Trident managed to reclaim a bit of their land because of that. So the Vances are still in control of that, but they are now in a war against Pink Maiden as they try to claim Acorn's Ridge. We are, as we were, still up north with everything that we had before. So we're going to carry on as we were. We're waiting until 8021 so that we can press our claim on the Freylands and Gravesend. I do really apologise for this time skip, but it's the only way that I can get this series to carry on, because 6 crashes every time after I do about a year. I've got no idea what it is. Hopefully we can get past it now though, so I do apologise for that, and hopefully you won't be too bothered about that, but I thought it'd be better than ending the series, because I'm enjoying this series. I don't want to have to end it premature just because of problems, but I don't know if I'll go back to the old version of the game, well, the old version of the mod after finishing this series, because since upgrading I only seem to be getting issues with constant crashes. So, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. So here we go. King Edmund the Just revoked the city of Stonebridge from Theodore. Okay, doesn't really concern us. We do now have that claim on Erenford, so we are in Riverrun trying to get the claim on that land there. Okay, so yeah, so we've only got about, well, just over a year to wait until we can press that claim. I do believe that we've also still got a truce with the Brackens as well. Yes, we've got a truce with them until 8023, so we can't even try and force vassalization there. We can't do anything against the Vale because we don't have a claim on the Willow Wood High Lordship, so we'll have to wait a little while for that. I don't think Harrenhal's close enough for us to do anything with them, unless we actually attack the Iron Islands. No, we can't do anything there. Oh, we're currently at war with them still for the Starks. The Starks are still fighting the Islands. Still haven't won that war somehow. There is a small... Oh no, there's a decent-sized Ironborn army actually in the north. I don't know why the Starks don't just march eastward and take it out. And then they'll destroy all their manpower. Then sail over their men on their 13 ships. Still only sailing over 1,300 men at a time for some stupid reason. Okay, apparently we need a designated regent. Of course, we'll go with our son. Where is our son? Dickon. There we go. Master of Muddy Hall. And I think we've got some room for some other stuff. So we'll go with a Master of the Hunt. We'll go with Christopher Mudd. High Almoner. Let's go with you. You don't seem to like us too much, so we can try and get you on side. What other stuff have we got space for? Some one commander. Let's have a look. Okay, Samuel, Master of Mudgrave. You're pretty good. Let's have a look at you. We'll go with you, but you actually look pretty decent as well. And you're of the Old Gods as well. Master Samuel of Mudgrave of House Otwell. I love the sigil. So who is your liege? Where is City of Mudgrave? Oh, so you're actually like directly underneath us. I like the look of you. You look pretty awesome, to be fair. Keep an eye on you. I really like that sigil and the name. House Otwell. Old Gods, decent commander. Definitely keep an eye on you. Your content as well. Not ambitious, honourable, just, honest. You've got a sibling as well, Rygar Otwell. You are unmarried. Can we arrange a betrothal between... Not a betrothal, sorry. A marriage. Arrange a marriage between you and... Do we have anyone... Nah, only the Ironsmiths who have been around for quite a while. 17, 17... how old were you again? 20. Let's marry you to one of the Ironsmith twins then, just so you can produce some heirs. Because I really like the look of that house. Riverman and Old Gods. That's pretty cool to see. Lord Stannis of Wenwater is used at the title of Lordship of Greenwood from Boris Blount. Okay. Targaryens have a civil war going on by the looks of it, which I've missed. Okay, so who's fighting who? Defending against King Orys of Dragonstone in King Orys's claim. Okay, so Orys Baratheon is trying to claim the throne, which is pretty awesome, because I'm guessing he can't unless he has tamed a dragon. I wonder if he has tamed a dragon. Let's have a look. Orys Baratheon relations. No, he doesn't have a dragon. So he's probably not going to win, considering his son was beheaded on the orders of Dragon King Heir. Okay, so his family's been slaughtered. It seems the Rob, the Spymaster of Lord Christopher of Alstones, has been sent to Marlet Bay to investigate rumours of a plot. Maybe he should be silenced before he finds out about my plot to kill Dragon King Aeron. That might be necessary, but we won't do it for now. We don't want to be slaughtering our own Bannerman's council members. May you live in harmony and contentment. I accept your suggestion that Sarah and Master Samuel get married. Okay, perfect. Let's forward things along. We're waiting for that truce to expire. Storm King Arlen, the 6th of the Stormlands, has declared Stormlander Stokeworth vassalization war on Lord Robert of Stokeworth. Okay, so we'll probably have to keep an eye on that. I could not help but overhear the stable master and courtier animated discussions something about a horse and a payment due today, but the courtier insisted on paying the stable master later that week. I should interfere. I settled the matter between Sir Damon and my stable master. I tried to be as just as I could. They still won't speak with each other. Okay, but their opinion changed of us. Your Grace, King Mathis of Stokeworth is under attack. No, we're not going to get involved. I'm just looking at the Old Gods, as you can see now, spreading up lovely towards the north. So that the Old Gods are spreading down south, which is great to see. I was just looking at some of the holy sites that we have around, which would be nice to get. If we obviously click on the Sea Hall of Harrenhal, we can see that it's a holy site for the Fens, the Old Gods of the Mountain, the Old Gods Beyond the Wall, and the Old Gods religion. So it'd be good to take over Harrenhal. There's a lot of land around here, actually, which, as you can see, look more lighting up white. If we go to the Sept of the Era, it's also a place for the Old Gods of the Mountain. Whether that will involve us as well, maybe. But I suppose the Old Gods are the Old Gods, really, aren't they? But it'd be good to get some of these holy sites and see what we can do. We are making money nicely, which is good as well, but just waiting until we can press that claim, really. Hopefully we can get a claim on Riverrun before then. It'd be a good seat to take, a very powerful seat, Riverrun. So, especially on the game, I think it's a little bit too powerful on the game, in my opinion. Riverrun's always a lot stronger than Bracken and Blackwood and Seaguard for some reason, and it shouldn't really be like that, in my opinion. Aeron Targaryen has had Balerian's dragon added to the treasure. As it says in the book a lot, the Tullys may be the Lord Paramount of the Trident, but they're by far not the strongest lord in that region. The Blackwoods, the Brackens, Malisters, Freys are all a lot stronger and command a lot more men than Riverrun does itself. Oh, perfect. My liege, my work in Riverrun seems to have come to fruition. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening and forging documents, I have managed to fabricate a claim on the lordship of Riverrun, presently held by Lord Oscar II of Riverrun. I leave it up to you whether to press it or not. We'll use that claim, which, wow, cost us a lot of money. But now we can move our diplomat. Let's move our Master of Law and let's fabricate a claim on Turnbridge, as that's directly touching our land. So we'll get that before we get Deddington, which would be the last one of the province. The weirwoods in Seaguard are growing ever larger and are truly a sight to behold. Recently, they have gotten even bigger, a great testament to the gods. This is wonderful, plus 20 piety. Awesome. So the Seaguard, Godswood of Seaguard is getting bigger and more impressive, which is awesome, which will help us continue spreading the old gods. Donald Darkley has been a leal and able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in aid of Blackwood. Yes, we'll arrange a reward. When we get some lands, we will give him some lands once we get some to give him, but I don't really want to unseat lords if we can help it. Oris Baratheon accepted Dragon King Aeron the accused peace offer. It's good that all these Targaryens are killing each other, though. It works out in our favour perfectly. Hopefully they'll all kill each other before long, and we won't have to worry about the Dragon Lords much longer. It has come to my attention that Justifer of Southstone, Master Tywin of Halfway, has bribed and threatened his way through my domain, trying to get enough people to recognise a claim on my title that he has fabricated for his lord Adam of Southstone. They better not use it. Adam Bracken has decided to go ahead and use a claim on my title, despite having nothing more than a laughable and obviously fabricated document to back it up. So, strong claim on the lordship of Blackwood Vale, and a strong claim on the lordship of Seaguard, strong claim on Mudgrave, Honeytree, and Muddy Hall, as well as the lordship of Wayfarer's Rest. So he really is keeping himself busy. It's a shame that he's got no manpower to back that up. We can't declare war on him without breaking the truce, but once we can, I'm going to force vassalization and put the Brackens back in their place once and for all. And hopefully, by the time that truce expires, we should have the Freylands and the Malisters under our control, and some of the Riverrun lands as well, which will work perfectly in our favour. Storm King Arlen VI of the Stormlands has formed an alliance with Princess Deria of Dawn. Interesting. Okay, so we're now in 8021. I keep saying 2021. So hopefully soon, there we go, yes, truces are expiring. We've got 45 days left until that truce with the Vances expires, which is perfect. And I think they're currently at war with Acorn's Ridge still, so that hopefully means that they're lacking manpower. How is our army looking? 9,300 men. Wow, a lot more men than I expected. How many men does Wayfarer's Rest have? 5.64. We can obviously call on the Starks, but they're not going to be much help. Do we even still have our alliance with the Starks? We must do, because we're still aiding them in war. No, I don't know. Maybe we could try and sort out some marriages with other Northern Lords just to ensure that we get some men. Maybe the Reeds of Greywater. They do have the heir. Can we arrange a betrothal between him? Do we have a... Yes, we have a young Blackwood, our granddaughter, and they're willing to accept that, which is perfect. So the Reeds are very close, aren't they? So it would be a good alliance to obviously get. Who else is quite close by? We don't want to do the Mandalys. Maybe the Dustins. Do the Dustins have anyone? He's got a sibling, Barbary Stout. Okay. Lord Desmond, Henley Stout. Okay, so he doesn't actually have any Dustins. Maybe the Hornwoods. Didn't we have an alliance with the Hornwoods before anyway? He's got Aya Hornwood, heir to the Hornwood. Can we arrange a betrothal between her and... We do have our grandson Rob, but yeah, I didn't think they'd go for that. Maybe the Boltons. Okay, the Boltons have got Myra Bolton and Lanera Bolton. What about Lanera Bolton? Can we arrange a betrothal between her and Rob, our grandson? Yes, we can. Perfect. So that'll give us an alliance with the Boltons and the Reeds, which should be enough manpower if they march their men down to help us take the Vance land. If we keep all our army gathered here for now. I've decided to accept your suggestion of betrothal. Perfect. Will you like to form an alliance, Lord Reed? Yes, you would. Perfect. We are going to be neighbours soon, after all. And to the heroic King Mathis, may you live in harmony and contentment, I've decided to accept a suggestion of a betrothal between Rob and Lenara. Perfect. Would you like to form an alliance, Lord Bolton? No, you wouldn't. Okay, I see how it is. We'll send you a gift once we have enough money to do so, and hopefully that will change your mind. Your Wisdom and Mercy legendary, I Lord Robard the Ill Ruler, accept your proposal for an alliance. What about the Glovers. We've not had an alliance with the Glovers yet, and they've got plenty of children. Sarah Glover, arrange a betrothal between her, and we don't really have any Blackwoods because they're not actually in our court, are they? Or they'll actually be in our son's court, Prince Dickon. Wow, 3 of his sons are now grown up. Theomore, Mathis, and Waylon. Is Waylon married? Waylon is married to Jenna of Old Stones. Mathis is unmarried. Can we invite him to our court? No. And we have Theomore Blackwood as well, who's a twin. And he's got club-footed and uncough. Okay, lovely. But yeah, we can't really... We'll sort out marriages for them after. We're going to get 2 decent alliances here, so it's going to work in our favour anyway. Let's forward things along. Try and get a bit of money. Try and get the Boltons on side if we can. My liege, my work in Turnbridge seems to have come to fruition. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening and forging documents, I've managed to fabricate a claim on the lordship of Turnbridge. Of course, we will use it, which puts us in debt, which is annoying, but that now means that we can fabricate a claim on Deddington, and that will give us all of the River Run lands, which hopefully give us the vassalage of the Tullys. Wow, River Run's only got a few provinces then. I'm going to say it isn't meant to be the biggest castle around though, is it? It's meant to be quite a small castle. Let's continue until we can start that war. And then we'll probably end the episode before the game crashes again, as I'm a little bit worried that that's going to happen. And awesome, fate smiles upon me. My wife, Serena, is pregnant. Oh, I actually forgot to mention that, didn't I? That I found a new wife with a genius trait, so we are remarried. And awesome, hopefully she'll give us another son. But I'm going to end this episode here, as I think the truce has now expired. We're in debt, though, so we can't find out. I'm pretty sure our truce has now expired, but we've got to get ourselves out of debt. But I'll end this episode here, as I said, just in case the game crashes again, and I'm very worried about that happening. So anyway, yes, thank you all so much for watching as always, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope that it's not too much of a problem with me doing that time skip mid-episode to stop the game crashing. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.